Okay, I'm back for a bit. All of my meetings for the day have been concluded. Realistically, could probably have squeezed in like a couple more hours of streaming a day. But this cut is driving me crazy, and everything moves super slow. Pull up Restream. We're going to talk about what we're doing here. Alright. Now, Windows decided to reboot my PC because Windows. Why is the puffer down here? Fine. Come on. What is the, Yeah, this one, right? Okay. So, we can do this, right? Where is our... There we go. So we have our plot interface up. And we get to start on some new things now. I've had a lot going on today. So, take the first few minutes here and kind of just think through what I want to do on this. Right now we got seed sensitivity. We started on hyperparam sensitivity, and then something weird happened, right? Let's see what happened. 1E minus 1. Late hyperparams. Really? Well, they shouldn't be getting averaged, right? Yeah, so this is plot line. And we can do, just grab this. A trace. Fine. So there's something. You know about Arc Prize. I know it exists. Not super applicable to what I'm doing, though. Really not super applicable, you know? Oh, you know what I meant to do? Hang on. Before I forget, because it is Friday. I meant to reply to a couple of friends. Because I'm almost done, I think, in the Bay Area. And then we'll get started on this stuff. One, two. Oh yeah, and then there was one more I needed to send. Then we will be good to start. I just typed hey, Hay. I've not been sleeping too well the last few days. Alright. Hotline. Hotline. There we go. So, why did all these trials do this? Why are they all like this? No CUDA GPUs. Lovely. I reboot the container. What? Oh, I'm dumb. Hang on. Welcome, YouTube folks. Just gonna do a few hours casual work on the new science. Alright. Let's see if this actually does anything now. I mean, presumably some of these runs should work, right? I'm literally just sweeping learning rate. If not, then something's off. We'll figure it out. Hmm. Did I load hyperparams completely wrong? That hardly seems reasonable, right? If I just do this, it works, doesn't it? Am I dumb? Oh, that's super weird, right? Name art args 0.07. Is it that sensitive? Really? Oh, well, that's why. Oops. Why is that how log space works? Dumb. chat off or something? No, we're good. Have it covered. Lin space log. Oh, I'm typing totally wrong. There we are. So is it geom? It's geom space, right? There we go. Yeah, this goes. Not bad. Not too bad. Hello, Weston. Welcome. Oh, jeez. I've watched you code very little ranting. Have you watched, my guy? Research gets me mad. Research makes me mad. Engineering? Generally pretty chill. Yeah, I need to actually... A bit of stuff I need to do here, right? I think we start with... We start with hyper. Not do this. Interesting. Oh, we can just do this then. This is fine, right? And then we just do draw plot line. Plot. Not great. Try this. Ooh. Way better, right? If I do score, just so it's clearer, right? There we go. None of that. Now we have our sensitivity. Of course, we got to scale this and clean this up and stuff. But we're going to get all sorts of different types of graphs out of this. One with email. Wire. All right, we're good. Okay. People have been doing all sorts of cool stuff in the Discord lately. I saw, yeah, somebody did Overcooked. There's Twitter. This poor soul thing. We good. Okay. What do I do next? Need the same value. Do you run the same value in average? What is the funny graph? Well, the axes are totally mislabeled, but this is the learning rate, and this is the performance on Pong. So this is the stable learning rate range where Pong solves. And then you can see this is too high or whatever. Are you making my... I'm not doing like... I'm not trying to replace Wombi. I'm trying to do some things different that's like not what that would be. What are the new frontiers, Mr. Joseph? It's a play on words. We're doing scaling laws and Pareto frontier analysis, and generally we're going to do the highest quality science in reinforcement learning. That's the next project. Proper compute data trade-off analysis, scaling laws, the works. Is there a formula for this? This is a math thing, I just don't know. This is just a math thing I don't know. Like, of all the different areas of math, stats is by far my weakest. So, I know, like, nothing. Does anybody know this, actually? Some of my viewers should at least have some understanding of some math, right? This seems bad. This answer seems bad to me. Having to fit a model to this. I mean, I could just use the most adjacent points, right? Could I not just do that? Cash guy is a total fraud. He's learning, all right. He's he actually does give a shit about doing the doing RL stuff. He's thrown together a few interesting things. He's well known and he's done a very good job of like popularizing quite a few areas of tech, right? He's not an RL guy, right? He's new to this stuff. He's kind of a generalist. That's really stupid. Kalman filter is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could write a Kalman filter for you 10 or 12 years ago. I don't even rate, like, other than it being a smoothing filter, I don't remotely remember what the hell a Kalman filter is. There are a lot of basics like this, honestly. Really, like, the only thing that matters is if you are, like, a specialist, then you should know the actual practical, like, day-to-day toolkit that actually gets stuff done within your specialty. Like, I literally failed an interview one time, where what the hell was it? I forgot. Oh yeah, literally I couldn't tell you what sine of x squared looked like because I just like I have not thought about the shapes of functions, even though that's super basic, in 15 years. I don't know. I think about it for a long enough. Okay, yeah, it's a stretch on the x-axis, yada yada, yo, fine. Freaking know otherwise. Really, the only good judge of if somebody is capable is the final product of what they're able to accomplish, right? It's the only good judge. Guess I could just do same value. I just do the same value. Is that what I do? It seems really dumb though, doesn't it? Does anybody have a good solution to this? Like if I instead of sampling the same point, I sample if I want one sample for 50 different learning rates instead of 5 samples for 10 different learning rates, can you still get a 95% confidence interval easily or no? I guess I can try it, right? Like 20 runs. That's actually cleaner if I do it this way, isn't it? I don't like this a ton. Okay, so this one is fine. I think it's slightly better if we do it the other way, right? Like, if we do it this way, this is slightly better because then the seeds will be adjacent, so we can probably, like, compute easier. Hmm. Actually, can not. Yeah, this is fun. Alright, we'll go from this. Really, the only goal I have for today is to get a few of these different plots going. So, you know, we start having our, building the basis of our analysis toolkit. Just a little bit, you know? Nothing super fancy. Hey, FBR, I'm working on, some of the new science stuff. Today, it's going to be on, hyperparameter sensitivity. I'm going to be the new thing I'm going to do. YouTube is a minute behind. Lovely. That's YouTube for you. 0 drop frames, by the way. Yeah, this goes. Bill. All right, there we are. I got Puffer working with C++ bullet, 400 SPS. You were right. Of course I was. But other robotics M's have one environment and lots of agents. Yes, but there's no reason that should be the case. That is because the engine is stupid. Literally no other reason. Aha, look at this. Yes. Very good. There should be some variance here, shouldn't there? Oh, it's like almost okay. There's like no variance there. That's cool. In the middle, there's like a fair bit of seed variance here, but solve is solve. That's cool. Let's clean this up a little bit. Oh man, I am so tired, but it's like I literally, I like borderline poisoned myself with the amount of coffee I had in SF yesterday, so I'm trying to not go nuts today. The last two times I've gone to SF to get through all the meetings, I've ended up having like 5 or 6 coffees and coming home with a migraine. Like literally, like nauseous and dizzy stumbling to dinner. Okay. 5K. Okay, that's actually at least reasonable. Wait, is it that per core or is that across all cores? Because if it's that per core, like we can work with that. Oh, then that's actually usable. Then on like a 16 core, you should be able to get a million step per second training pretty much. I don't want Plotly Express docs. Update layout, x-axis type. Yeah. There we are. Oh, 0.001. That seems off to me. Doesn't it? Frame skip as 1. So frame skip, it's not exactly the same when you're doing physics, right? Because you don't have to. The only thing that matters is the number of solver steps you need to make it stable. What? Doesn't make any sense. Puffer Pong. Did I do this right? According to this, I did. Oh, you know what it is? It gets decayed, damn it. We'll let this run. Let me use the restroom real quick. Okay. Hey, YouTube folks. Oops. What happened? How is it still this messed up? That doesn't seem right to me, right? Hey, convert. Is this? Oh, something's wonky here, right? Ah, I see. So this is not. Hmm. Yeah, this is not what we want at all. Just. Well. Well. Did I not have local thingy in here? Thought I had local. Maybe not. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay. Well, I know the super easy way to do this, right? this for now. Pack this. I'll do it. Get some plots. We'll be good. Yeah, I'm gonna wake myself up. One fun thing I found out, so I finally bothered to replace the batteries in my scale. And I said I was losing about 3 pounds a week, was my estimate. And lo and behold, I was spot on. Exactly. Turns out, like, conservation of energy is not rocket science. There's an MIT professor I like who would always say, oh, it's actually, we shouldn't say it's not rocket science. Rocket science is pretty easy. Neuroscience is hard. You should say it's not neuroscience. Well, I'm being a little bit flippant, Convert. But, like, yeah, it turns out that 1,000 to 1,500 calorie deficit per day equals 1 pound lost every 2 to 3 days, equals 3 pounds per week, equals 15 pounds in 5 weeks. What is your preferred way to handle rewards? Reward. What, in env code? In env code, it depends, right? If you have, if it's like, if you're gonna increment the value of 0 to the new one, like, the only reason to do this is if you have multiple sources of changing the reward, right? You have multiple sources that change the reward or not. Whoops. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that beaut. Boom. Isn't this crazy? Learning rate, pretty stable. This is what we're going to be calling a stable range of a hyperparameter here. A stable range. All right, let's clean up this graph, right? It's actually funny that it kind of reloads some of it. At the optimal. We're gonna do a lot of stuff like this, don't worry. That's almost an order of magnitude where any learning rate you give it solves the environment consistently. It's not so much that this is a stable range. So the implication here is that anything in this range is good. Yeah, well, we're gonna have this stuff, don't worry. Down for each param stable. You meant region, I know. Okay. What other types of things did I want? I wanted compute v data. Did I have like a good compute v data? I think that's harder. Yeah, so I think we kind of need to clean this up. And then we can put... We can probably do several M's on the same axes. Answering a couple things in here. Let's just clean this up then so I can do can add stuff to this maybe. How do you have 1,000,000 plus runs? I'm actually curious. How the heck does this guy have 1,000,000 experiments? Ah, I see. It's still a lot of experiments, but okay. Think how else we do. Oops. More to the story of the puffer than meets the eye. There is, but it has nothing to do with world models and topology. Don't worry, he's just a friendly puffer companion. Don't worry about it. I'm trying to think what I want to do with this from here. I kind of need a better way to do logs. Well, wait a second. Can I just... Wait, I'm being stupid, right? No, I'm not really being stupid. I'm mostly just being tired, to be honest. Get breakout in here. Use the restroom real quick while this runs. And we're gonna get multiple M's on the same plot. It'll be cool. I've never seen this plot before. You got the arm up to 300? What do you do? SimD, VX2, yep. That makes sense. I haven't even touched SimD, right? Touch SimD yet, we still win. Weston, using SimD is not an idea. It's obvious, it's just, no, we haven't bothered. Because most of our M's are so fast, it's not required. Good. That means you're learning. Yeah, I wonder if Rayson replied to me. He didn't. I commented on one of his posts. He was like posting about donations to Raylib, and I asked him how much it would be to have a puffer banner. Yeah. Apparently, the guy really only wants he wants to have like 1,800 a month or whatever on the project, which is like, I can give him a chunk of that at least. If our puffer be a little bigger, we can sponsor the heck out of it. Raylib is awesome. Such a good library. 20 mil SPS. You actually can get... Cartpole actually runs more than 20 mil SPS already is the thing. It doesn't train 20 million unless you go to stupid big batches or really silly networks. You can actually get it training at 20 million, though. I've done it for the hell of it as a joke. Like we have gotten cart pull 20 mil. So you joke about speeds that I make a reality. I wish I weren't so tired though. Couple weeks. More done. 1 week left on the cut. I said to myself I was gonna do 6 weeks, so I'm gonna make it through 6 weeks. Holy, it's brutal. I should be working on this in the meantime, right? You wait forever for this. Uh, Probably fine. What do you mean only 3K stars? Do you know what that is? Do you know how proud I am of this? We, I believe we're a little bit above. Yeah, now we're above this, right? So we passed the literal meta branded, actively developed RL library with like that brand behind it, right? With all like the stupid enterprise things attached to it as well. So, not bad. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But like the thing is 3K for RL is incredibly, incredibly successful. That's like a breakthrough success. I'm very, very proud of it. And yeah, of course it's gonna get bigger. But right now we're chilling. I'm so freaking hungry. Honestly, that's like the easiest part of it. Like I kind of want French toast and a hamburger, but that's the easiest part of it. The hardest part of this stuff is freaking keeping myself awake to work and then doing my freaking 10K in the morning on this. But hey, I kind of timed it so that the like hard end bit of this would be kind of in between blocks of projects anyways. I didn't expect to have like a new super concrete and valuable project idea in like less than 2 weeks after I finished my previous block of work. So I guess I kind of turned it around quick this time. I'm kind of considering anything I get done on this like this week and next week to kind of just be a, bonus head start. There will be an article on all the personal fitness stuff I've been doing. I think it'll help some people. Pretty much the only other thing I do. Lately, while I've been in Palo Alto, aside from like the business calls and stuff, the schedule's pretty much been like get up, run, lift, work on this stuff, and then I like take myself over to just a casual local place I always go to. I like listen to my audiobook. That's pretty much my day. Funny enough, this is still because inevitably being in California, I end up with more in-person stuff than I would end up with not while I'm here. Um, it's still kind of noisy. All right, yay, done. You see this? We're done. It ran. See, first, this is gonna do the Pong one, right? Yeah, Pong. Dude, what is wrong with my frickin' editor? Why is it doing this? Stop it. Never does this. SSH ought to be fine. Still trial. Bot group. Cool, we got this. Let's see if this does anything. Ooh. Nifty, huh? Nifty. All we have to do is we swap this with perf and score. Okay, look at this, guys. In this nifty? That's pretty nifty, right? Uh-huh. Well, I like just information being clear, right? And simple. Post a lot about Puffer in the Code Bullet community. Sadly, on a small amount to actually care about RL. Don't really know of any more I could do at my level. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the best thing for you, man, is if you're interested in this stuff, is just keep building things, right? And keep learning and building things. I was like 16 when I first started doing research, and maybe like 18 when I first started doing passably decent research. You can definitely learn stuff. Hey there, keep grinding, guys. I am trying. The I'm like so hungry and tired. It's difficult to work. I'm gonna just get a few simple things done today while I'm doing this stuff. PT, but I must admit. Yeah, that whole thing is a mess, man. That's really messed up. One a.m. here as always. I don't know what to tell you. It's like the hours maybe improve a little bit. No, actually, they get even later for you. Uh, when I'm in the East Coast, because it's 3 hours later. I guess maybe you catch morning streams then. Ending. It'll probably be a little easier to do slightly longer hours on that. The next exercise block once I'm done with this cut is going to be less cardio. cardio is what takes for frickin' ever, and more just like general bodybuilding and strength style work. Trying to get my weight back on, but lean this time. The objective. Dude, my schedule's really not that hardcore. Yeah, it's not this. I've done this before. Like legitimately I've done this before. Like nobody does this for months or years on end. Yeah. No idea what that mess is. UK? Insufficient. Insufficient bullets per eagle. In the UK, unfortunately. Tunisia, North Africa. Holy. No, Tocinas. Oh, it's not. Messed this up somehow. It must have, right? Something weird happened. Ah, that's weird. Weird shitty Python globals. Alright, so this is why we're using this thing. Now we got both graphs, yeah? These are nice. Couple nice graphs, yeah? I'm trying to think. I definitely am not going to keep doing this until 6. I'm exhausted. I'm going to see how much longer I can do a little bit of productive stuff on it, though. I'd like to just do this all day tomorrow, fresh. Hopefully better tomorrow, we'll see. Oh, well, this is messed up, right? This is not learning rate, yeah. Seed sensitivity on this one. And we just have a couple M's. I guess we'll just spend a bit of time making the plots look a little nicer for today. A couple messages I've been sent replies on. the log x b. There we go. There are curves, right? It's kind of nice, right? I mean, we could think of like realistically, if I do this well, we can just queue up a lot of these different groups of runs. And we could generate like tons and tons and tons of data here for analysis. All right, who wants to help me make these things actually pretty? You? HTML. Wait, html.div. Just do it. You can do it for specific elements. I mean, I guess that this is going to be... Eventually, I might end up even being able to put this... I can probably end up actually putting this on the website, right? Gallery. Probably dark. Okay. Actually, let me just check real quick. Do. And that's different, right? This is nice, right? There we are. Is there a max width? Weird. This actually not working? It's super weird, right? It's actually like worse than before. Now it's just like fully just scales. There we go. Oh. What's a good aspect ratio for plots? I mean, these aren't bad, right? But like, this can't possibly be right, can it? No, because I'm on a 1440p monitor, aren't I? This is... Yeah, and this is more than half my screen. Yeah, this should fit. Something is wrong here. I'm on a... Hmm. Yeah, it's totally should be... Why is this much of the screen size? I mean, what... Was my resolution set weird? 2560 by 1440. Ooh. I see it's scaled to 150%. If I do it this way, then it's correct, right? Yeah, but then the scales typically... Like this is how it would actually look. The thing is, if I download this, it's gonna affect the resolution as well, right? Like this is the actual size. It's gonna start affecting the resolution if I go smaller. This it? It's like 12. Yeah, okay. I have it wrong. This is 1440. It should be 1280. Why it looks weird. Okay, so now that we have these plots, right? And then if we do it like this, now it's actually good. Nah, I'm not doing it in PufferLib, man. It's just Plotly. But I mean, check this out, right? For like, I don't know, less than a day total work of sleepy building stuff. We have sensitivity of specific hyperparameters. We've got sensitivity to seed. Big mistake. Dude, I don't want to have to do... Like, there's no way you get that into a browser in a dev loop that doesn't suck. So I would have to do, like, a full from-scratch X-forwarded thing where I'd have to, like, process... I'd have to, like, process structured data in C for all the different logs. That would just be a massive pain. Look, maybe I will do that, but let me at least get the damn project done first. If I get good enough results that I think it's worth porting to a snazzy like local tool or something, I'll do that. But for now, it's like, give me a break. Hypersensitive parameters. The breakout one's a little bit surprising, I suppose. Maybe we'll get somebody to get me a good color palette of graphs. Line color. Oh, this is awful. This one's not bad. There we go. Increase all of these by a ton. 8. Go. Okay, you can literally just do width. Cool. Enough. That do anything, or is it just super? Yeah, I'm kind of just super sleepy doing this. I had some meetings, and now I'm like starving, man. I want French toast and a hamburger, but 1 week left uncut. The heck did I do? Why does this not work? Why is this stupid thing not work, right? Am I crazy? Go sleep. It's 5 p.m. I'm gonna go to dinner soon. Quick summary. They've been short streams. The summary is this thing, right? We've got now hyperparameter ablations that we can do. We can get sensitivity over a specific hyperparameter for different runs. We can get training curve sensitivity to seeds. And we're going to come up with like several more things like this, evaluate tons of different parameters, tons of different M's. We're going to make this whole thing like super quick and automatic. And we're really going to ideally discover like a lot of the ways that these parameters behave across environments and across scales. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why this thing. This is literally how it's done. This does not work for me. You're not the first one to suggest that. Is it this thing somehow? I don't see how it would be, but we'll try it. We actually do have a couple M's that have that stuff done with them. Oh, there you go. Why? I don't know why the heck it does that. Oh, no, I totally know why it does that. That's fine. Silly me. So, live episode reward for one of the M's. Yeah, we have a few different things. There's a finance env that actually we have permission to release. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Yeah, this will do though, right? Cool. Can somebody tell me why the y-axis is gone? Like completely gone? I guess it's kind of clean. I mean, I could go down way more of a rabbit hole than this with it, right? The reason I'm doing this is because we have specific types of visuals here, and like a stupid web tool is not the right thing for this. A web tool is not the right thing for this, because basically, like, imagine we're going to do an ablation with, say, 30 experiments on every hyperparameter for every env and puffer, and we're going to collect these onto separate, like, different plots and, like, display them in different groups with, like, normalized coordinates. We're going to do the same thing for, like, a ton of different types of studies. Which of these is, like, a stable, a Connect 4 or something? Connect 4 is pretty straightforward to do this for, right? I wouldn't use a JavaScript-based library at the very least. I hate JavaScript. PufferLib works with VR. What chance do we can open env? You could, and it sounds really cool, but when you try it, you find out it's actually not. I'd literally rather write C than JavaScript. That's how much I hate JavaScript. The thing I really like about this is I don't even have to copy... Like, I don't even have to deal with copying the results of these experiments to my local box or anything. For only like 200 lines of plotting code on this. Huh. Yeah, Jess, the thing is like and if I had 3 times the amount of energy I have, I do all sorts of crazy things. But now I kind of pick the crazy thing that I think is the most likely to push the project forward. Like, you have to give yourself room to explore, obviously. And that's kind of part of what this is. But I'm also exploring, like, what is the thing that I can explore that I think is the most likely, like, the highest EV? Yeah, this should be it, right? Should be. Taking so long. What is this? Still running? I just wanted, like, one more data point so I can see my graphs a little better. But it's kind of cool that it's incremental like this, right? So imagine that I, like, queue up each of these things as a different type of, like, different experiment or whatever. And, like, I get the results of these things back. And I just, like, keep dumping them into a folder and I'll have it all, like, picked up automatically. Be nice. This is pretty much all I wanted to do for today. So I have it set up. I think you're going to see the difference, like, once I have this thing fully ready, like, how many experiments is this going to even be? Let's say I do, like, 30 per hyperparameter, 10 hyperparameters, like 300 per n, 1,000 experiments. Let's say this is probably going to be somewhere between, like, 20 and 60,000 experiments. My guess. Look how nice this is. Book, nah. Don't need to do that. If the data processing becomes a bottleneck, I'll fix that. It really shouldn't be, though. I guess you're kind of right that if you try to load tens of thousands of experiments up, stuff probably breaks. Don't worry about it. I'll deal with it. Wouldn't break if I used PufferLib, actually. Just be fast. Seed sensitivity on this thing's really nice. See what I'll do. VR air hockey. Self play. Luck. look at as you see things. Yeah, I'm just going to do that in the code here, though. So basically, it's not like these plots are... It's not like it has to regenerate all the data every time I do these plots, right? Like, the idea is that I have a group of runs that is collectively going to be a line or like a point, whatever it is going to be for this group of experiments. And then each group of experiments gets run and saved to its own data file. And then the plotting software just loads up all the current data files. It's not just going to be everything under experiments like that. That's what you can already do with Neptune. This is going to be quite different. I have pretty good ideas of what I want to run already as well. I just need like some food and a decent night's sleep. But hey, it's 5:30 on Friday. I'm starving. So I'm gonna just go get dinner. And cut dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some dinner. And I'll probably be hanging around later, we'll see. Or I might just take some time to just chill for the night, we'll see. I'm gonna try to get myself some good sleep though, and then the plan is for pretty much all day tomorrow to be doing this. And to be doing this with like actual energy. And we should actually... I think we should be able to build either the entire job system to handle all of this stuff, or all of the visualization, like loading and stuff for this. Possibly both. We will see. But anyways, for the folks who've been tuning in, thank you for your interest. I stream all my research. I am right here on X. I have lots of articles, including educational material for newcomers and some of my research reports as well. Puffer.ai for all the things. Start the GitHub if you want to help me out for free. Really helps a ton. Join the Discord to get involved. And we got demos on the website. Most of them are by contributors. Thank you, and